welcome to Anatomy with John and Scully. Today I'll be going over the Pectoralis Major muscle. Going over origin, insertion, action, innervation, and blood supply. Thank you for joining. Alrighty, Pectoralis Major. Starting with the origin. It's going to originate on the sternal half of the clavicle, the sternum all the way down to the 7th rib. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So sternum all the way down to the 7th rib. The costal cartilages of the true ribs, so 1 to 7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the aponeurosis of the external oblique muscle in and around here. So that's the origin. Moving on to insertion. It's going to be on the lateral lip of the intertubercular sulcus of the humerus. Moving right along to innervation. It's receiving innervation from the nerve roots of C5, C6, C7 for the lateral pectoral nerve, and C8 and T1 for the medial pectoral nerve. So let's count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. So above is C5, C5 nerve root, C6, C6 nerve root, and then C7, C7 nerve root. Okay, so between the first rib separating, we should have C8 popping out right here, which we do. And then we'll have T1 exiting below T1. So that's where we switch. Okay, and so those are going to combine in a couple different spots. So my fingers can be the brachial plexus here. Okay, so on the lateral cord of the brachial plexus, just before the coracoid process, we're going to get the exit of the lateral pectoral nerve, which is going to come through here and supply Pectoralis Major. And then on the medial cord, we're going to get the exit of the medial pectoral nerve, which is going to give up the branch of the medial pectoral nerve in through here. Okay, between these two, we're going to have the ansa pectoralis, which is going to help us to communicate and align our actions of the Pectoralis Major. So the ansa pectoralis kind of combines the C5, C6, C7 aspect of the lateral pectoral nerve and the C8, T1 aspect of the medial pectoral nerve. Okay, so there's innervation. Moving right along to blood supply. Let's start with the subclavian artery. Okay, subclavian artery at the lateral aspect of the first rib turns into the axillary artery through here. Right before around the coracoid process, we're going to get the exit of the thoraco-acromial artery, which is going to have a branch called the pectoral branch of the thoraco-acromial artery, and that's going to supply the Pectoralis Major. Okay, so that's one origin of blood supply. And then the second one is going to be following the subclavian again, so subclavian artery in through here, and we'll have this descending branch called the internal thoracic artery around here, and we're going to have perforating branches from the internal thoracic artery that's going to supply the Pectoralis Major through there. So there's origin, insertion, innervation, and blood supply. Moving along to action. It's going to help us to flex the humerus, adduct the humerus, as well as medially rotate the humerus. So there you have it. Origin, insertion, action, innervation, and blood supply of the Pectoralis Major muscle. As always, do not forget to eat your leafy greens, and thank you for joining. Take care, folks.